In the last 10 years, I have launched over 8 online programs that have each done at least $1 million. I've launched one that's done over 10 million, and it's getting harder and harder to attract and convert high-ticket clients. And I've changed my model completely, and it has never been easier. I'm having more fun, I'm more creative, it's less salesy, and if you sell courses, coaching, services, consulting, you need to make this switch as well, or you're going to get left behind and other people are going to surpass you. I want to break it down for you. This is the old model. The old model is where we had an evergreen offer, meaning you have a course, a coaching, a service that you could sell to someone at any time. If we've got a calendar month from the beginning of the month to, let's call it, 30 days. If you have an evergreen program, then every single day of the month, you are trying to get more eyeballs, attract more attention, and speak to these people to potentially invest in your program. So all of the days of the month are trying to get people on a call to be able to convert into a client. The problem that this is creating is that you don't have any urgency. You don't have any scarcity that you can use. You don't have any FOMO because for your prospects, they know that they can join at any time. Couple that with the fact that trust in our industry is so low right now, skepticism is so high that now people are going to even more so procrastinate over the idea of investing with you. There needs to be a reason, something that we're doing to give them a moment in the month where they make that decision. It needs to be architected. This is getting harder and harder. The evergreen model is struggling. I have changed my business model completely, and it has solved all of my biggest problems. I've now switched to something I call the micro cohort. And this is where, if we've got the same 0 to 30 days in the calendar month, I have 3 weeks where I don't do any selling. In fact, my program is officially closed. Right now, at the time of you watching this YouTube video, my flagship coaching Momentum is most likely closed. We open up enrollment for small micro cohorts, and the rest of the time we're just building goodwill with the industry, no sales pressure. I'm having fun, I'm creating YouTube content just like this, and all we're doing is building towards what I call Money Week. Money Week is where here I open up enrollment into my program, and we have a flood of clients come in a confined period of time in that 1 week, and then we close down enrollment again, and we get to work with the clients that came in during that time. So what ends up happening is week 1, we're providing value in the marketplace, no sales pressure, but we are still having sales conversations with interested prospects. So you might say, well, John, what do you do with these people that are interested but enrollment is not open? Well, we go through the entire sales process as we would do ordinarily. We take the conversation all the way to where they want to join the program and we would love to accept them. And then we put these people on a wait list. And they get first dibs on a place in the program when we open. If you get people that are serious about that spot that they want, then they put down a deposit. Let's say it's $500 or $1,000. That secures them and guarantees them a spot when you open. Now you might be thinking, well, John, what happens if you speak to someone right at the beginning of the month? Are they really going to wait 3 weeks for the enrollment to open? And the answer is yes. Think about it right now. If you have any attention coming into your business and prospects that you're speaking to, we are so far past the time, like back in 2019, when you could turn someone from a completely cold prospect and they would become a high-ticket client in 24 to 48 hours. It used to be possible back in 2019. It's not anymore. The way people buy online, their spending habits has changed because trust is so low. The sales cycle needs to be longer anyway, so we're actually using that to our advantage. Think about prospects that you might be engaging with right now. You have a conversation, it sounds good. You speak to them again the next week. Then you have a third follow-up call. Then they ghost you for a little bit, and then they disappear. Then they come back, and then they re-engage. It's going on for weeks anyway. So we're using that to our advantage, but actually instead of the prospect getting colder and colder and colder, they're getting warmer and warmer and warmer. They can't wait for this moment when you open, and even if they go away and speak to your competition who seem desperate for the sale and try to enroll them into their evergreen program, they would much rather wait for the thing they can't have. It's that age-old thing that we've been taught since we were kids. You always want what you can't have. They're not allowed to join yet, so therefore they want it all the more. So then week 2, building more value, having fun, producing content, having conversations, and getting people on the wait list. And then the same things happens here. We're getting people on the wait list. And what's amazing about this is you can now start to plan your businesses, your company's resource towards Money Week. Say, for example, in all of this activity here, you've got 30 people on the wait list. You can start to plan out how many people you likely anticipate are going to come in. Let's say that you've had 30 people that you've had good conversations with that are, technically on the wait list. Of the 30, you might say, I've got 10 that I would put in a green category. I like to do a traffic light system. So 10 are in green, meaning they are in 100%. Conversation was epic. There's no doubt in my mind they're coming in. I've either taken a deposit or I've got their commitment that they're coming in. Then you've got amber, and you might say, in amber, I've got 10. These are the people that I've spoken to. It sounded good, but I can tell that they weren't completely sold, or there was a bit of a concern or some unanswered questions, and we're going to connect again when enrollment opens. So that's what I would call a coin toss. So they're in amber, and then you've got the red. And you got 10 in red. Of the 30 conversations you had, 10 were just a no-go. You either didn't like them, didn't feel like you would work well with them, or they had no interest in your program. So they were a red. So now we approach Money Week, and we can already gauge how many clients we're likely to generate. We've got 10 green, we've got 10 in a coin toss, so let's call that 5. So we are now going into our enrollment week with 15 potential clients that are very highly likely to come in. Now let's say that your offer is $5,000. You have created $75,000 in potential revenue as you approach this moment in the month. Now you might say, well, John, what if that's not an accurate assessment? What if I don't hit the 75? This is why the micro cohort model works so well, because now when you get to Money Week, you'll see how much of that you actually collected, which will help you gauge this all the more accurately. So as you go into next month, you're positioned even better to make an educated guess as to what the month is going to look like based on how many are on the wait list. And based on previous experience, you'll be able to calculate it far more accurately. What this has done for my business, and is currently doing for the clients that I'm teaching it to, is it's making everything better. It eliminates the sales friction, because there is no tough, difficult sales conversations, because all of these conversations is not allowing the person to join. Therefore, I am leaning out. I'm not sounding desperate. It actually means the prospect is leaning in more. They're enjoying the process. They want the program, and I'm able to just have fun and stay in my zone of genius. It also means that the clients that I pick up during the micro cohort, I'm able to now work with them for the next 3 weeks, uninterrupted. There's no sales pressure. I'm not trying to generate more clients. I've got this mini cohort that I get to give them some attention, make them feel special, move them through as a unit, and then I can prepare for the next month. I can also build month on month. I know based on how many clients I generated last month with X amount of opportunity, I now can gauge with the opportunity I have for the following month how many clients I'm likely to generate. So I've got 3 weeks to prepare myself for the onslaught of clients that are going to come next month, and make sure that we've got the coaching capacity to support them well, deliver for them, and make sure they are happy. So we can plan to scale the business far more accurately. This has transformed my business. If you're still using the evergreen model and trying to scale the business, that might be the very reason why you're struggling to make it happen. Switching to these micro moments in the month where you have your Money Week and eliminating sales from the previous 3, you'll actually be able to generate more sales activity in 1 week than you were previously able to generate in 4. So I hope you got value from this. I hope it sparked some ideas, and I also hope that you check out this video here to continue your education if you like this stuff. Go check it out right now, and I'll see you in a future video.